Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Brian again from Shooter Soups and Sauces. And today I have my grandson, Christopher. He's going to help me out. He decided he wants to learn some things. He wants to learn how to cook, right, Christopher?
Yep.
Yeah, a little more excited. Anyway, we're going to make a roasted tomato Florentine soup today. I know people don't usually do roasted stuff, but I like to roast it because the roasted has a lot of flavor. We're going to do a roasted Florentine tomato, and then we're going to go ahead and dish it up for you. Smile, Chris. It's all good. Anyway, I'm going to have Christopher start everything for us, and I'll post everything at the end just like I always do, and I will plate up something for you just as well. So, you ready to go, Chris?
Yep.
All right. Let's go, guys.
All right.
So, go ahead and start off with the bacon grease, Chris. Pour it all in there. We're going to turn up the heat a little bit. We're going to go to about medium-high. Okay? And then go ahead and throw the butter in there. Just tap it in there. Here you go. Just throw that butter in there. Good to go. Alright? We're good. Just melt it off the side. Just remember the pot's hot on the side so it'll melt everything for you. You take your wooden spoon, stir it around a little bit. I figured if my grandson can do it, a lot of people can do it. Because he's young and he's able to learn, and so are you. So I figured if he can do it, anybody can do it. So once we get that nice and hot, what I've done is I'm going to go ahead and show him, Christopher.
Show the video.
Show right there that I've roasted carrots, celery, and I use shallots instead of onions. You can use onions. I put onions on the recipe, but I use shallots. I put them in the oven at 450 for about 20 minutes. I just wanted to do a light roast, and we're going to go ahead and add that in the pan. Go ahead and add it all in there, and we're going to stir it around. We don't have to sweat it as long because of the fact that I've already roasted it. And just so you know, we are going to, at the end of the video, towards the end, we're going to take a stick blender, or you can use a blender or a processor or whatever you want, but we're actually going to blend it and then we're going to strain it. I'm going to show you how we're going to do the process of the straining, and then we'll add the spinach at the very end and let it simmer. But we're going to go ahead and let that simmer for a few minutes, and while it's simmering, we can ask Christopher some questions. That's always nice, right? Right, Chris?
Yep.
What made you want to take up any kind of cooking?
Because I've seen you and my mom cook all the time.
Yeah? You can tell the people on the camera. See, they like, say hi.
Hi.
Anyway, what else? What else? How was your summer?
Okay.
That's it?
Yeah.
You're pretty boring right now. What's up with that?
Nothing.
Okay. So anyway, now that this is going and roasting it a little bit more, we're going ahead and saute it. Like I said, we don't have to do it long because it's already been cooked in the oven. So it'll make the process go pretty quick. So next what we're going to do, we're going to add the herbs, which is basil and thyme. It's 1 tablespoon of basil, 1/4 tablespoon of thyme. He's going to add that in there. Go ahead and add that in. And then we're going to go ahead, add a couple bay leaves. Okay? And then we're going to stir it around. Go ahead and stir it all in there. What you want to do is stir all the herbs and stuff in there. And we don't want to burn them. So, of course, we got a couple white chardonnay that we're going to burn off on it real quick. So, you smell the herbs? Smells good, huh? You need to tell people how it smells. Let them know.
Okay.
Tell them, hey, I can smell it. You can't. You know it's a video, but... Alright, now go ahead and add the wine in there. Alright? Now we're going to let the wine cook off for a few minutes. just like all the other videos. Let that wine cook down about half or so. And then after that, we're going to add a little flour to it. I know you're asking, where's the tomatoes? They'll come later.
Smells good.
Yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and toss these tomatoes in there.
Let's see
Go ahead and drop them in there real slow and show them how roasted they are. Show them with your hands. Look at this. I just roasted them. I roasted these on a grill. You can go ahead and you can roast them actually with your vegetables if you'd like in the oven. It's all up to you. Alright? So go ahead and grab a couple, Chris. Throw them in there. Drop them in there. Drop that juice in there too. We don't waste anything. We'll come over here and wash your hands off real quick. So we're going to get those tomatoes cooking in there. We'll get the flavor of the wine in them. You always want that little bit of flavor. Like I said, you know me. I'm all about flavor. Everything's about flavor. That's why I roasted mine. So go ahead and stir it around a little bit and crush those tomatoes up. So, tell us something interesting, Chris. What do you know? How many brothers and sisters do you have?
One brother and one sister.
Yeah?
Yep.
And they didn't come over here. Why?
Because they're loud.
All right, Christopher. We're going to go ahead and show the people what's in the pan and what to look for. So what they need to look for is the small bubbles, because we've reduced the wine down about 3/4. Okay?
Okay.
So now, next what we're going to do, since we've got it to this stage, is turn down to low. Okay? And then we're going to slowly add in the flour. So go ahead and grab the spatula, add about half that cup as you're mixing. Okay? Go ahead and add it in there. Alright, mix it at the same time. Just mix it all in there. Don't be afraid, it's not going to come out. We're going to mix it into a paste. Okay?
Okay.
So add some more. We're going to mix that into the paste. So keep going, because it's almost like a gravy. You know when your mom makes biscuits and gravy?
Yeah.
This is how she starts it. So it's the same thing. And I know you've seen her make it before. I have the pan. Go ahead and just do your thing. I won't let it fall on you, I promise. I don't want to hear your mom beat me up. She'd be like, you let my son get burnt when you were doing your video. No. So go ahead and pour the rest of that in there and then stir it all around. Go ahead and grab that pan and you want to mix it in really good. So what you're going to do is fold it in. You're going to fold all that flour in just like he did. Fold it in. Just turn it, fold it. Okay? Keep turning it and folding it. What we want to do is make sure that we get the flour cooked out of it. You don't want the flour cooked in, and I'm going to kick up the heat about to mediums. Keep stirring it. We don't want it to stick. We don't want it to burn. There's not really that much of a chance that it's going to, but go ahead and get it so you can't see no flour. See how it's pasting up really nice? I know it's hard, huh? So go ahead and paste that up. Alright? Now, what you're going to do, because I turned the heat up, we're going to let it sit there for a minute, and we're going to spread it out around the pan. See how you can see all the vegetables and
Yeah.
everything's really nice? Okay? Let it sit there for a minute, because remember I turned the heat up to about medium. So we've turned the heat up, and see how it starts to stick a little bit to the bottom?
Yeah.
That's fine, just don't let it keep sticking. We'll give it one more quick spin like this, and now you're going to add the chicken stock. Okay, we have 2 cups of chicken stock that Christopher's going to go ahead and add into this. So just go ahead and add it all in. Just dump it all in there. You're good to go. And then go ahead and slowly stir it. Okay, you don't have to worry about. Just go ahead and give it that little, just like that. There you go.
Move the handle closer for you, Chris.
Because what you're making is you're going to make that sauce for it. Okay? So the sauce turns into a soup. That's where we're going with this.
Kind of smells like stuffing on Thanksgiving.
Like what?
Stuffing on
Like
Thanksgiving?
stuffing? Yeah, well, a little bit. So keep stirring that in there. Then we're going to do 1.5 cups of cream. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and add that in there for you, and you're going to go ahead and stir it. And it's going to get a little looser. Then we're going to do about 1 cup, half and half. Then we're going to add a tablespoon of kosher salt. You can add a little bit more if you like. 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. And then we have some rice vinegar. We've got about 1/4 cup of rice vinegar. And that's going to give it a little bit of zing. Okay? So we're going to let simmer for about 15-20 minutes.
Alright, so this is what you want to look for before you start blending it.
That's the consistency that you want. You want it, because it's going to thicken up because we're going to blend it. Right? So, there we go. And now, I'm going to switch it up with Chris. I'm going to have him blend this off really quick. Okay? So, by the way, I changed the recipe a little bit as far as adding stuff. I added about 1/2 tablespoon of smoked paprika. Go ahead and keep right in there. Just like that. And then I also added an extra cup of chicken stock. So you can do 1-2 things. Back down the recipe by 1/4 of the flour, or add another cup of chicken stock. That's the difference. So while Chris is going ahead, and we're just going to smooth this out, and then we're going to strain it. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I don't want a bunch of chunks in the soup. It's tomato soup, it's not chunky soup. But everything will be smoothed out, it pulls all the flavors together. And that's what you can see by looking at it right now, that your colors are pulling together. And all your flavors are pulling together as well. So, and once you strain it, you're going to get rid of a lot of that extra that we had in there, but you'll have a lot of flavor. That big chunk of tomato. So just let it go and then grab it. There you go. But while Chris is blending that up, instead of doing grilled cheese like everybody likes with tomato soup, I'm actually going to do a vegetable quesadilla with cheese. I figured I had to make kebabs tonight, so since I was making kebabs, I didn't want to waste the vegetables. Yeah, look at that, it's smoothed up really nice. So for the quesadillas, I just went ahead and used some zucchini and mushrooms. That looks pretty good. Look at that. Alright? Now what we're going to do is, while he's blending that, I'm going to add in the butter. We're going to use, go ahead, we're going to use that 1 stick of butter, because what we're going to do is smooth it out and give it a little bit more of that silky flavor. Almost like a bisque. You know, it's almost like a tomato bisque. But we have the roasted spinach. Alright, now that he's blended it, we're going to go ahead and strain it. And it's like I said, just a little fine strainer is all you need. You can use this or a china cap. We're going to strain it through there. And then after we strain it, we're going to add the spinach, and we'll finish this all off. But you don't want to push too hard, because you want it to be able to
Drain through.
strain through without pushing all the other stuff through. So just go like that, Chris, and then push it back this way. So see how it's straining into the pan? Getting rid of all the stuff. Strain that up. Okay? Just don't push it over the side. See how easy that is? Alright, so now that he's blended it and then of course strained it, this is about what you should have left from all of that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add that spinach in there and let it cook for a few minutes. And we're going to go ahead and plate it up for you. But this is what you should have left. Not a lot of waste. Like I said, I don't like waste. But Chris is going to go ahead and
Yeet it in.
show them what this looks like.
There's a spinach.
Alright, there's your spinach. And then of course, see how shiny it is from that butter? And it gives a little extra rich flavor to it. Okay? And you have your roasted flavor as well. So go ahead and add that spinach in there, Chris. You can saute it or you can throw it in raw, it doesn't matter. It's hot enough to where it's going to cook everything.
No, I mix.
But just go ahead and stir it in there like that, Chris. So we'll let it cook for about 5 minutes or so. And then after that, what I'm doing as well is, like I said, is a vegetable and cheese quesadilla. And I'll plate that up with that. So we'll do the vegetable cheese quesadilla and then let this cook up a little bit. And we should be back here just in a couple minutes, right, Chris?
Yep.
Come on, Chris.
Okay.
Alright, and we're back, and like I promised, we went ahead and dished it up for you, right, Chris?
Yep.
What kind of quesadilla is that?
Vegetable and cheese quesadilla.
And we used that instead of grilled cheese because we just didn't want to be boring, right?
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah.
That was good. So why don't you go ahead and show everybody, Chris, because you've tasted the soup as you've been making it.
Yeah.
Taste it and let them see how it is. It's a nice roasted tomato Florentine.
Hot.
And it's nice and hot too. Go ahead and taste that. How is that?
Good.
Very good, huh? And we have the quesadilla. I know you don't like mushrooms, so I won't make you eat the quesadilla. But the quesadilla has mushrooms and a yellow squash, along with a little bit of mozzarella and cheddar cheese. I just went ahead and I was using that up from the kebabs that we're going to have tonight because, like I always say, I never like to waste the products of anything. What I say about waste, Chris, you just don't do it, right?
Yep.
Your mom, same way, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You don't waste. So anything you can possibly use at any time, you do. And just remember, please subscribe. Give us a big thumbs up, right, Chris?
Yep.
So, smile, Chris. Tell everybody, have a great day.
Bye.
And give us a big,
Thumbs up.
because we're here for you. So be here for us. Alright?
Yep.
Thanks. You guys have a great day. And until next time, peace.